Hello. Hi, everybody. We're doing another compliment stream, but it's gonna be a little weird today. I appreciate you stopping in. I see this is the first time you've been here. Welcome in. Um, yeah, we're doing another compliment stream, but it's going to be a little different today because, we're gonna talk about Art Fight. Am I being a little weird? Hold on. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I thought so. I thought that felt weird. That's better. Okay. Readjust some thingies. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Art Fight. So yeah, see, there's Art Fight stuff down the corner. We're gonna talk about Art Fight. I know Art Fight has been over for like 2 weeks now. A week, 2 weeks, week now. A week. I know. It tells me first time chat, and I know this is the first time you've been here, so I appreciate that. I thank you for popping in. Um, so yeah, this we will probably get to if and when I get done talking about Art Fight. Where did I put that? Okay, I have it all set up and away. I have it all set up, ready to go. So in terms of Art Fight, you guys went fucking ham this year. Like, you guys went insane. I appreciate you for this, but just like, damn, I'm still a little flabbergasted. So firstly, just to like clarify what I mean by this, I have been doing Art Fight for 4 years. This was year number 4. And we have to talk about this entire page because you guys did all of this in one session of Art Fight. Plus I have like 3 more that I have to do in character included in. So like, this is everything I got in the first 3 years of me doing Art Fight, which I thought was pretty rad. Oh, and then you guys went fucking ham this year. You, honestly, hold on, here, hold up. We're gonna talk about Art Fight years. Um, this is it. This is all I did my first year of Art Fight. This is it. I did 4 pieces. I didn't know what I was doing. I was nervous. My friends kind of just sucked me into it, and they were kind of like, Kara, come do Art Fight, and I was like, okay. And I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and um and I was really nervous because also if you look at my Art Fight page, it says I made it in 2018, but the first year I participated was 2023. It took that long for me to like drum up the drive to join Art Fight because I thought my art wasn't good enough and I would make people mad by drawing their characters bad. So it took that long for me to be like, no, I'm just gonna do it. So like doing Art Fight for your first time, that's fucking awesome. Doing 2 whole drawings for your first time for Art Fight, also fucking awesome. You did it. You drew for 2 people, and that's fucking badass. Um, yeah. So like, you fucking did it. Fantastic. Go you. But I'm also somebody that, as the little slideshow clicks in the corner, um, I am someone who firmly believes that if someone is going to take the time to draw for me, then I'm going to show it off. Like, why would I not put that shit on my fridge? I say as I actually legitimately, guys, have your guys' work on a wall in my house. See if I can pull that up real fast. Hold on. I know I posted it on the Blue Skies, but I'm like not fucking with you guys when I say this. And I know, there it is. See, I did it that fast. Like, I'm not legitimately messing with you guys when I say this. That, when I legitimately tell you that, like, your art is on a wall in my house. I mean it. Every commission, every gift, every fan art, every piece that was drawn for Art Fight, every raffle, every trade, every piece of art that has been drawn of my characters for me is on a wall in my house. I stare at it every morning when I have my coffee, and it is my anti-depression wall. I call it my affirmation wall because every time my brain decides to have the intrusive thoughts of no one likes you and you're not good enough and all those, wonderful depressive thoughts, I look at that wall and my brain goes, how in the face of all that art that people did for you can you say no one likes you? You can't. You can't in the face of that. That is tangible proof that my depression is a liar. So, and the thing is too, your handles are on every piece, and you, my friend, are right there. Yes, I can tell you where you are on my wall. And that's the thing. It's not even no one saying that it's accurate. Lemon, you're right there, by the way. You're right there. So it's I'm not even saying that it's accurate. It's just that I have intrusive thoughts and I have clinical depression and I have bipolar and I have intrusive thoughts. And my brain likes to tell me a whole bunch of things that I factually know are bullshit. And even if I know that it's wrong and logically I know it's not right, sometimes I need the physical reminder. So this is that reminder. It's the same reason that the physical trophies I've won from my cosplay I keep on the shelf directly above my computer. Because then when my brain tries to play the imposter syndrome nonsense of, you're not good enough to judge costumes, I look up at my boards and I go, yes, I am. But that's, and that's what it is it's that one of the reasons we're having an art fight share today is because you guys took the time to draw for me. And I feel like it's not that big of a deal or that much effort for me to turn around and go fucking feral about the shit that you drew for me. Like, fucking that. And that's the thing, too. I can look at that wall and tell you where every single one came from. I can tell you where every single one came from and what year they were. So, we have to go through this whole page. Yeah, you guys went fucking ham. You guys went insane. So firstly, actually, hold on. Did I close the window that has the picture of the wall? I did not. Hold on. We need to, like, explain that one joke. Because there is a running, there is a baby joke on that wall that I have not got to explain to anyone that I did it on frigging purpose. Hey! Yeah, I'm gonna talk about you. Hold on, I'm explaining there's a joke on my wall, and I never explained it to anyone. That is how I write those emojis almost every time. Every time those emojis get written, that's how I write them. And since Artemis drew all three of them during Art Fight, I put them in that order on the wall. That's why they're in that order, and they're all together. I put all three of Artemis's together because that's how I write those emojis. But anyways, we're gonna go from bottom top. We're gonna start at the beginning. I also have never been attacked so many times on the first day in my life. That was, like, weird but really cool. And, like, you guys attacked me enough times that it averaged out to be, like, one a day, which was also very weird but super cool. So we're gonna start with, Amonkoito, Expression Bean, my bestie, drew this. I have been hyping up Bestie's art, like, all fucking month. I've talked about this one before. I've also talked before about how, like, Bestie is legitimately blind and sees 16 colors, and yellow is not fucking one of them. He purposely drew Amonkoito because Amonkoito had never been attacked. He's given me this one in an art share before. But I also just need to, like, point out that it normally takes, like, all month to get my one attack out of him. And he did this first day in 4 hours. I was very proud. He's gotten so much faster. And I also almost never get a full body, so I got a full body this year, and I was super stoked about it. I also want to point out that he was the one who told me to ignore the feet because the shoes were really bad while he was drawing it, and then I was like, no, they're not, shut up. So, like, I was very excited that, he did it so fast, and I also know how much it meant for him to do this one, because Amonkoito is, like, his favorite character ever, not just of mine, but just, like, ever. Like, he adores Amonkoito. He's his favorite character. To which I always have just giggled about, because he picked the, like, fucking hard ass. He picked the character that's, like, a dick, but he has a heart of gold. He's really not an asshole. He just is no nonsense teacher. He's just that teacher that's, like, determined to make sure his student walks away with a backbone and that nobody walks all over him. Because he teaches the youngest prince. And yeah, he picked the fucking hard ass to be his favorite. Yeah, and that's it. He's, like, quote unquote an asshole, but, like, if anything happens to that kid, he would absolutely be the first to cry. And, like, when that kid accomplishes, like, super great things within the story, he's the first one that's just, like, a fucking puddle of tears. He's been, like, a hard ass on him this whole fucking time, does something great, fucking tears. So, like, he's that asshole, but he has, like, the super heart of gold, and he would, like, fight for that kid. He does fight for that kid. So yeah, I was very excited. And, like, suits are not easy to draw, okay? I'm gonna be the first one to throw out there, and I'm gonna bring it up in, like, every single one of these. I do not draw my characters with simplistic outfits. Like, I do, but I don't. I make mine, like, deceptively simple. Bestie also gets away with a lot of shit, though, because he writes with me and this world is co-written together, so he knows all the lore. So I was excited to see Amun with a bun, because Amunkoito is the character I have where his hair is super long. It's like, hold on, I'll show you his actual reference. His hair is, like, super, super long. See, it's, like, there. It's, like, super fucking long. But Amonkoito's hairstyle is, what tells you his mood. Hey! Hey, yeah, I'm gonna talk about you. And you're right there. But, yeah. Amonkoito's that character that, hey, hi, how are you? I'm so happy to see you here, cause you're next. And, I didn't know you had a Twitch. I'm very happy to see you here. That actually made me very happy. Made me very happy. But yeah, he drew him with a bun because Amon Koito's hairstyle is indicative, will tell you of what his mood is. That's how I write him as a character. That like his braid is his standard hairstyle, and when it depending on what hairstyle it is, because it's like that one. When his hair's up in a high ponytail, he's generally in a pretty good mood. But when his hair's up in a bun, you just stay the fuck away from him. He's having the worst day of his fucking life. He's a terrible fucking horrible person that day. Do not engage. And Theo's nickname for him is Beast. Because of bad bun days. So I was also excited to see his hair up in a bun. Now we're gonna talk about this. We are going to talk about this because this made my goddamn day. Holy fucking shit. Was not expecting. Made my goddamn day. I'm always happy to get art of Valo. Valo is, actually Amon Koito's bond. They use the term bond for couple, like bonded pair. He's also, Amon Koito's best friend. They both teach the same prince, they just teach different subjects. Okay, I'll drink some of my coffee. I'm stoked as fuck. You guys can tell me when ads are coming by using the channel points, by the way. The channel points, or I call them clouds, at the bottom of the chat. You can tell me ad break coming for one measly point because I had to make it cost something, but I didn't want to make it cost a lot because I thought that was stupid. So if I'm on your piece and I'm gonna talk, but you don't want to miss it, like tell me ads are coming and I'll just like drink something. Speaking of that, there's also stuff down in my channel points that we have affectionately referred to as self-care o'clock. Because I have asthma, so if I talk too much for too long without taking a drink of something and staying hydrated, it will make me get really like grumbly in the throat and short of breath. Hey, how are you? I'm doing all right. How are you? But yeah, if I start sounding really grumbly or I haven't taken a drink in a long time, you guys can use my channel points to yell at me to make me drink something. That also helps with the asthma problems. So self-care clock and ad breaks all exist in the channel points. And yeah, no. This came you shot this shit at me on by the way, since you're here, did you ever make lore for your girl? Because you wrote I will make lore for her when I attacked her last year. And then I looked back to see if there was lore and I did not find lore. I'm so lazy. I'm still waiting for the lore because I still think she's fucking gorgeous. I was gonna redraw her again this year and then I ran out of time. But you wrote that you were gonna write lore last year. I was hoping there would be lore. But no, I love how you drew Valo and you like captured his like personality as a person like perfectly. And I love the lighting and I love that you put all the detail into the book that he's reading, and he is such a fucking book nerd. Valo is the history/language teacher, and he is he's that person that's like extremely friendly but dangerously intelligent. And he's that person that will be like your best fucking friend until you piss him off, and then he can and will wreck your life. He's not the person to cross. Like of all of my puffs, I would say non-physically, Valo is one of the most dangerous. He also doesn't really need to get physical with you to wreck your whole fucking life. Yeah, no, you just like captured Valo as a person so well, and I was so excited when this came through. Um, Also, since you popped through too, I think I still have it up. Yes, I do. Also, since you just popped through too and you didn't see, um, this is what I do with all the stuff that people draw for me. It's all taped to a wall in my house. I refer to as my affirmation wall. So yeah, you're there. You're in the slideshow too. Um, let's say, where's Valo? He's there. Yeah, where's Valo? He's there. I and all the stuff in the slideshow and the stuff that's Valo's right there. Valo's right there. Valo's right there. Um, all the stuff that's in the slideshow also has all your handles on it, so that when it's on the because it's this side and then this side for the ending and starting screens of my stream, they're bigger. So all your handles are there too. That's why there's that itty bitty text you can't read. It's the all your handles are there. I credited everything. Um, but yes, no, absolutely gorgeous. I love how you drew his hair. I'm dying over the way you did his horns. Um, like you captured Valo so just magnificently. Beautiful, fantastic work. I cannot say thank you enough. I did have a happy art fight indeed, but I'm still waiting for lore, so that's your homework. Make lore for your girl. This is the only picture I got of Kessa all season. I actually think that's the only picture of Valo I got all season too. So I always get very excited when I get like the one random one of the character. I was very excited to see Kesha get something. Um, um, and I love the way her hair was done. I love that serious look on her face. I love I just love the sketchiness of it and I love that texture on the background. Um I mean, I'm just gonna giggle and then oh, see, hold on. Let me also like give you guys the reference. Because that's the only one I did that with the hair. Um I did that with the hair. That's what we're looking at. Um like her name means yellow summer. So like she's embodying the summer that she is. And I love the like sparkle glitter in the horns. It's so pretty. Um yes, this is the only piece I got of Kesha this year. And it and she's beautiful. So I appreciate that. She is also on the wall. Um right, and you're since this is your first stream with me, you're going to hear me talk about how much I love texture like 24/7. I do it all the time. I love texture in art. Um we are on to the piece that Cold Rose did for me of Suxu, who I was not expecting to see. So there's a few of my characters that I just didn't expect to get work of because they're horrible. Like, they're terrible, horrible people. Like, not all of my characters are nice. She is one of the villains in my story. Suxu is a wretched, horrible, awful person. She's fucking nasty. She's one of my worst muses that I have. So I was not expecting to get art of her. But I did, and she's fucking adorable. Also, hold on, as I was doing before, I will show you the reference versus the character. The that's the character. She's a terrible person. She's fucking horrible. Um, but I strawberry themed her, so she's green with pink. Um, and that's the other thing why I need you to see the profiles. That symbol that's in the background. All my profiles have that symbol in the background because it's the kingdom crest. So like the symbol that would be on their flags, etc., so forth, the symbol that represents the kingdom as a whole is that symbol. Um, so I was excited to see that that got drawn in the background. Um, and I love the way you just drew her face. She's so fucking cute. I love how she translated into your art style. I love how you drew her glasses and her horns, and I love how sparkly you made her horns. I also love all your colored line art, and God knows I love a good colored line art. I love that you got all of the details in her jacket. Um, like, there's not a detail that you missed, and it's fucking beautiful. Um, this. I can't tell you how happy it made me to see this symbol drawn in. That's the Kingdom Crest. No, and I do like how you did the background. I also like that you did a play at her name with the leaves coming around. Her name means fall. Her name is Emerald Fall. That's what her full name means. And no, that made me very happy, and I was very excited because you guys also had this like game going on in my brain all art fight that I kept being like, who's it gonna be today? Because I got so like such a good variety of everyone getting attacked because I have like, well, I have more because I've posted more since art fight ended, but at the time I had like 45 characters up. So I was like, who's it gonna be today? And it was always very exciting to see who is it gonna be? Who was gonna be the person of the day? Okay, and then we have the first one from Artemis, which I feel like I should actually show you the one on Blue Sky because she was very half upset to me that she posted the wrong one to hold on, you guys get to meet a thing about my Blue Sky too. My pinned post is a filing cabinet, and if you didn't know, this exists, gifts and commissions. It's a thread of everything you guys have ever done for me. All saved right here. So I have it saved, all your guys' work saved in multiple spaces, and we're still going to talk about it, but we need to talk about the right one, because Artemis was very upset that she put the wrong one up on our fight and ended up sending me two. So I at least want to make sure we talk about the right one. It's this one. It's different because she posted the one that she forgot to draw his horns in, and she was very upset about it. But she corrected it and sent me the right one on Discord. But yes, I love how she drew my boy. For those of you who follow me on Blue Sky, and yeah, for those of you who follow me on Blue Sky or are part of my Discord community that I co-own with my bestie, are fully aware that this is the love of my life. Hi! Speaking of bestie, it's like I summoned you. It's like I summoned you. Speak of bestie and he will arrive. But yeah, for those of you who have followed me for a hot second and or part of the Discord community that me and Bestie run, this is Theo, the very first one I was talking about. We already talked about Amun and how much I love him. And the incantation worked. But yeah, for those of you who followed me and or have been around my base of work for any length of time, know that this is one Citridi Sinfonia, the love of my life. Yeah. Citrini Sinfonia, the one I love. My boy, my Orange Man, Music Man, Orange Edition. My main man. Symphonia, my beloved. So you guys hit me up on Symphonia quite a bit. you guys hit me up on Symphonia quite a bit this season, and I am never mad about it. Mind you, speaking of the wall, I do need to give you guys the slight tidbit of Kira lore. Since I live with my mom, I live with my mom because my father passed away, and I'm here to take care of mom, and damn does she need it. I love her, but whoa. And mom laughs at my wall of all this work that you guys have done for me because you guys have drawn Symphonia so much. Um, she laughs because my wall is so orange. That there's just orange all over the place. There's so much orange. And she laughs because orange is not my favorite color. It's my sister's favorite color. My favorite color is blue. So like she just expected there to be much more blue for a blue character than an orange person to have taken over my whole life. But no, this man is the man that took over my whole life. Theo can tell you, yes, there is the blue one, but the blue one is Theo's baby. The the Music Man Blue Edition. But Theo can tell you, since he has been here since Symphonia's inception, that I've had him since 2023, and it wasn't until 2024 that he decided to be a very loud muse, and he has not shut up since. Yeah, he kind of just showed up in my brain one day, sat down, and was like, hey, listen to me. He hasn't shut the fuck up since. But it's okay, we love him for it. No, I love how Artemis drew him. I love how happy she drew him, and I love that she put all of the music notes around him, and I love how she did his clothes. She didn't miss a detail. And I love how she drew his hair. She got him so, like, flowy, and I love that she got that stupid little curl in his hair. Hold on, I'll show you what I mean. The boy. Gee, it wasn't like I was drawing him. And it's supposed to be, his hair is supposed to be fluffy. All the characters I draw have some kind of weird quirk in their hair. Like every single one of them has some weird quirk in their hair. In Symphonia's is that curl in his hair, affectionately known as the swoop. So I love that she put the swoop, the curl in his hair. Okay. This one. This one gave me a personal fucking chuckle because of the commentary that was written on Blue Sky. The commentary that was written on Blue Sky was that it was put against one of those laser backgrounds from Picture Day from the 90s. And as I am that old, that gave me a good fucking laugh because damn did it's the laser background from the fucking 90s. And I want to also say that reference versus character. Hold on. Reference versus character. Ta-da! The boy. He is affectionately known as Sparkle Dad, as Theo has said. He's affectionately known as Sparkle Dad. His name means Northern Lights. His entire palette is here. His entire palette is based on the Aurora Borealis. But yeah, he's affectionately referred to as Sparkle Dad because he is the bodyguard to the youngest prince, and he's been taking care of him / raising him / guarding him since he was an infant. So he's kind of his dad, but not his dad. No, I love how the uniform got drawn. I love how his hair got done. I love how his horns got drawn. I love how chill he is. Like, damn, he needs a break. This just makes me think of, oh, on the subject of his spear's name is Emerald Storm. All the weapons that I have names. It's not just a weapon, they have a name. But yeah, his spear's name is Emerald Storm. Um, but yeah, I love how his hair got drawn. I love how his eyes got drawn. Okay, I'll pause. Hold on. I'll drink more of my coffee. Um, I do. I always pause for ads. I'll pause my games for ads too. Not everyone can afford a subscription. And I love how his whole uniform got drawn. This though, I want to give you like slight lore that like Theo will probably laugh about. This him just chilling in a chair absolutely makes me think of Silu, because the bodyguards of the princes slash royals tend to just stand outside whatever room the royal is in. So when Pilvi, his prince, is having his lesson for whatever teacher, he just stands outside and waits. And Silu absolutely got like used his first paycheck to get the cushiest fucking chair he could get his hands on. Like, we just affectionately refer to it as the chair. That's just this huge plush chair. I say huge because Revron's like 6'2". He's not a little man. And he got this giant plush chair, so now when lesson is happening, he's not allowed to stand outside and wait in his bodyguard duties. He has to come in and sit in the chair. Like, you're still obviously watching the child. Like, and see, and that's the thing, like, he's such a stoic man that he is. Like, he doesn't talk very much, but when he does, you fucking listen. He and there's so much like emotion in him that he doesn't like outwardly speak, that like when I write him, it generally tends to be a lot of like introspective affection of like him. He'll like give introspection of him remembering everything that happened, and then to like have dialogue, it's like 1 or 2 sentences. But like, I also just was not surprised that this man was my second most drawn character this year. Like, I think he'd been drawn once prior to this year, twice. Twice. He'd been drawn twice prior to this year, and I got 4 during season, and I have a I have a 5th one that came in after Art Fight was ended, that was I need to get you back better next year, but here, have this. So we'll talk about that too. But no, I was very excited to see that he was the second most drawn character this year. You guys have almost covered every single one of the characters I have on my faves list on the front of my page. There is a faves list on the front of my page. If you did not see it, it is right there. And all of them but 2 have been drawn now. There's two of them still have no attacks. And that's fine. One of them I have a decent amount of lore up for. The other one I need to completely overhaul his lore because it's expanded so much. Yeah, I love how this got done, and the comment about it being the laser background from 90s Picture Day fucking just like slayed me. And then speaking of Sparkle Dad, we got him again. We got another Sparkle Dad. And I also was very excited to see him again. I love how his uniform got done. I love how his horns got done. I love the expression on his face. I think I gave you a very big comment on this one. No, it was on his page. Oh no, it was right here, because they'd said even a royal knight needs a break just to daydream. And I'd wrote, Revon really loves to listen to the prince he guards ramble about his day because he's such a proud dad. So that's what it makes me think of, just happily listening to his kid go on about his day. because he's just happy to listen to that kid just go on. Because that kid can talk. I feel like I also should give you, like, slight lore about him, so, like, you can get the feel from him. This man has fucking depression. He also has a lot of self-deprecation going on, because of shit that's outside of his control. Um, Mystericans can Mystericans all breathe a substance called mist that's like a magical substance, and it is the same color as their hair. Depending on what color it is, depends on what spell activates when they exhale, and they cannot control whether or not that spell activates or not. It just does. So, like, since Symphonia is orange, when he exhales and his mist comes out, a silence spell is cast. That's why they wear face masks damn near 24/7. And green is toxic. So that means when Revon's not wearing his mask, if he exhales and someone breathes that shit in, he can kill somebody. So he highly sees himself as dangerous, and he has a lot of self-deprecation going on. So it always makes me very happy when he gets a moment to be happy. Um, this is also one I was not expecting this year. This one I was definitely not. I don't think I showed this one to you, Theo. We got Sky Mama. This is Lady Tiamat. This is the goddess. This is the main goddess of um the story. This is one of the main goddesses. Hold on. Reference versus character. This is Tiamat. This is the mother of all mist. She's the goddess of creation. She created the heavens. She is one of the two twin gods that created the universe. And I love that lore was red. Because it's creation of the seven children, and she's blowing her mist through a crystal, and that is how Tiamat's children were born. She blew her mist through a crystal, and then when it refracted, it became the seven lower mist dragons below her, and those are her children. And I love that we went lore. I love the rainbow. I love that she is in rainbow. I love how she got drawn. I love her tail and her wings. I love how her hair got drawn in her horns. This one's super cool, and this is one of the first pieces I've gotten of Tiamat, so that was very exciting. And like, you can barely see her markings on her, and those also got done out in rainbow, and I think those are super super cool. But yeah, no, this is Tiamat, and just for like clarification, this is one of Theo's characters, not mine. I drew him, but one of Theo's characters, not mine. This is the other twin god that created the universe. This is her twin brother Bahamut. He is the father of soil, and he is the god of destruction. So it's the goddess of creation and the god of destruction. There was a spark that started the universe, and it split in half, and that spark created Tiamat and Bahamut. He's not evil. He's just brutally honest. He's just a dick. And then that's two of Tiamat's children. That's Theo's character. That's Haya. He's a fucking clown. And that's Haya. That's one of Tiamat's children. And then that's Haja, his twin sister. The god of music and the goddess of dance. So they're there. So these two would be part of the seven. I'm fucking lazy and haven't drawn the rest of them. But if you guys want to see the rest of the lower gods, tell me, and it might help with motivation. Because I have 5 other gods I still need to draw. I just haven't done it. Um, so there's that. Um, yeah, no, this was fucking awesome. I was not expecting Tiamat this year, but here she is, and I was like, damn, Sky Mama, fuck yeah. Um, the lore, Nibata was the one I was thinking of next. But the lore is largely already written. I just need to post it in the Discord. The art is mostly not done. Um, oh, hey, look, you're next. Um, I need you to know the first thing that came out of my mouth when I saw this was holy fuck. Like, legitimately, out loud, holding my phone, flipped to this and went, holy fuck! This is fucking gorgeous! And I always get so excited when someone tackles the violin. Like, draw my boy playing his baby. Thank you. He's like so at peace as he should be. Um, and like, I will never get over how you ink. I also just love how you isolated everything against a black background. It's so fucking beautiful. I love how you did the violin. I love how you drew his hands. I love how you did his horns. You kept his hair so orange, and I love that. You drew his hair so soft and flowy. God, he's just so at peace. And like, I absolutely just love this. Let the Orange Man have Zen. The Orange Man is going through the fucking horrors 24/7. Let him have a break. Um, you can tell I just don't like drawing backgrounds 80% of the time. I've noticed, but your work doesn't really need it. Um, and hey, what's your cat's name? You can't talk about your cat and not tell me your cat's name. That's not allowed. Cat tax. What's your cat's name? Um, Fantastic. Wonderful. Beautiful. What color is your cat? Yeah, this is beautiful. I was very excited. I'm still in love with how you colored his hair. Um and just all the texture in your line art is just so good. Um it's mostly gray and white, has a little white star on his forehead. I call him the little star boy because it fantastic. Excellent. This is fantastic news. Um you have successfully paid the cat tax. Um but yes, I love it. This is so good. I also oh, there's also that lore too. Hold on. Um, nope. Oh, I lost it. Did I lose it? Where is that picture of the wall? Because I didn't just stick him on the wall. I stuck him on the wall purposely. There was purpose behind where I stuck him on the wall. Um, he is right there on the wall, and he got stuck next to his brother. Um, So he got stuck next to the one you did of Silu because he needed his husband, and he got stuck right next to his big brother. So purpose. See, and that's where I stuck Tiamat. She's at the top because she's over everyone. Um, yeah, I stuck him in between his husband and his big bro. Because he needs them both a lot, or he gets very depressed. Um, I just thought about a plot point that he's dealing with in Wonderland that I actually haven't written out a lot for you guys, and that might actually have to start coming up. Um, Unfortunately, that's not happening for him. He's clinically diagnosed bipolar. He is got depression. Sorry. Um. So yeah. Oh, cool. Now we get to talk about that one. She was also purposely placed on the wall. This is fucking beautiful. This is the hold on. She's pretty close to the reference. So like this is Sudan. This is a Silu's twin, aka his counterpart. Um she is the dance teacher. Um yeah, she is the dance teacher. Um she is the other half of my twins. Me and Theo's twins. Um yeah, these two, the twins, they have a running joke, um, that, oh, I put it here. Yeah, the twins, she's the other half of the twins. Sudan and Silu, their names mean heart and soul. Um, she is the dance teacher, he is the music teacher, and they are both god vessels to, Haya and Haja. Um, so the pose is fantastic. Got every single detail on her outfit. I love how you drew her pants. I'm forever in love with her face. Like, hold on, let me really zoom in on her face. Like, the way her face got drawn, just, I love your style. Damn, you made her so pretty. And I love how you did the reflection, the light reflection of her horns, the cast shadows and the shining of her horns. I love how you drew her horns. I love how you drew her eyes. I love that you made sure that little necklace came sliding through on the side. Um, oh, sleep nap. A caffeine nap. Those are fantastic. We get caffeine naps. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love how the background is just slight light clouds, which is so fitting because her people live on islands in the sky and they are flight capable. Um, those are excellent hands, beautiful feet, fantastic shoes. I love the swirl in the background. There's so much motion and movement in it. It's just gorgeous. And this one did get purposely placed on the wall. She is right there underneath her brother. Um, so she also got purposely placed on the wall. She has to be by her bro. Um, this is the only attack ever I've gotten of this character, and I got super excited because it's Fire Mom. Um, we got Tuli. This is Sinfonia's mother. Um, this is affectionately known as Fire Mom. Her name means blazing fire. So that's why we call her Fire Mom. I love how her hair got drawn. I love that I got Tuli. I love the texture of the background, and I love how her clothes got drawn. I love how her shirt got done. Um, hold on. Like I said, hold on, reference versus character. Uh, this is Fire Mom. This is full body. There we go. This is Fire Mom. This is Sinfonia's mama. Um, so yeah, this is Sinfonia's mama. Um, I was very excited. I was not expecting Tuli. I was not expecting Tuli at all. I haven't got her yet, and this was the first time I got her, so I was also super stoked about that. The like first time I get a character is just always extra special to my heart, that I'm just like, oh my god, someone thought my character was cool enough, they drew them, and like it's the first time I got Tuli to add to my orange collection. But she's a famous harpist. So the first instrument that's she's a famous harpist, but she is also a music teacher to the current king, Lord Ulrinko, Symphonia's older brother. They're not brothers, they're cousins, but don't tell them that, they'll get mad. Yeah, this is fucking gorgeous. And I love how you drew the horns poking out of the hair. I love that the bottom isn't flat, so that it's coming poking out of the hair. And I really love how you drew her eyes. You made her so pretty, and I got very, very excited. Um, Okay, we're to you. Like, I think I found, yeah, I think this one was at work. So we got the boys, the music men, and the way I like lost my fucking mind at work. I think I was at work. Yeah, I was at work. Hold on, let me drink some coffee. The way I like lost my ever living mind at fucking work. And one, it's both of them. So of course I friggin' lost it. Um, and I love how much detail got dropped into this. I love the way the cello got drawn. I love the way that the violin got drawn. The fact the violin is electric, lost it. Absolutely gorgeous. That slayed me. That, like, I haven't mentioned his love of electric violins, like, I think outside of his character sheet. And that his baby, like his true, like, number one baby he reaches for more than anything is an electric violin. Um, and him and his bestie, his beloved bestie, have conversations about this. Um, he is still trying to get his bestie to agree to an electric cello, but it's not happening. He can dream. Um, but yes, I not a detail was missed on their outfits. I love that Silu's just like looking up at him with this baby blush on his face. I love how the curtains got drawn, the stage got drawn. I love the swirl pattern that's going through everything. It's going through the cello, it's going through the chair. I love this swirl pattern. Context for anybody who's watching and doesn't know, they're married. So he's looking at his husband and he's blushing so slightly while he watches his hubby play his violin. Um, and just you drew their shoes so well, you drew the stances so well, like the colors go together so harmoniously. You didn't miss any of their jewelry. It's just beautiful and you did such a fantastic job. I adore this piece. And again, I will show you exactly where it is on the wall. It's right there. Oh, I will do it every time. I will show you guys exactly where it is on the wall. Um, so yeah, you did such a good job with it. I was very, very excited the way I died. Okay, the next two, I have shit. You should be really proud of it. The next two are also one of those things where, like, I was not expecting this. That thing I was talking about earlier with villains, that I was like, I really don't expect this character to ever get drawn because they're kind of a giant piece of shit. Like, they're legitimate. The next character that got drawn twice in a row somehow, um, managed to be like my main villain of the Mysterican stage. Like, he's a terrible person. He's like frightening and dangerous, and he's just a like generally awful fucking person. And like, hello! I'm almost to you. Um, yeah, I was this is hold on. Reference versus character. This is Sumu. This is Sumu. He is the head of the church, and he is a horrendous individual. We hate him. I purposely wrote a bunch of shit on here to like give you guys an idea of like how nasty of a piece of shit he is. That like it's literally cold and calculating, nice to your face, mean to your back. Um, Cruel and manipulative, literally wrote, believes he is the law. Like, he is a horrible fucking person. I mean, horrendous. And I was not expecting him to get drawn, let alone twice. But then I got hit with this shit, and I just sat there for a minute and had to, like, take it fucking in. That, like, damn. Damn! That's fire. It's fire as fuck. Like, okay, the thing with him is his mist, and like everybody's mist having a power, his mist is silver. So when he exhales, his mist is a charm spell. So that means when he exhales and someone breathes in his mist, which mind you is so light it's damn near really hard to see. Um when someone breathes in his mist, that means like he can kind of charm them to his side and they just kind of believe whatever he's saying, and he can manipulate people really easily. And like he also can get people to breathe in his mist, and it also becomes almost like an honesty type situation, like an honesty potion. That like he can just kind of start asking questions, but because they've been charmed to his side, they'll just answer. Um, so he manipulates people a lot with this power. Um, so like he's horrendous. He's horrible. And the problem with him is he's the other half of the government. Um, the Mysterican government technically has two rulers. Shouldn't say technically, it just does. It has two rulers. It's ruled by the church and the crown, and the leader of the religious council is basically the second king. So there's Lord Aurinko, and no, he couldn't keep him under it forever. I mean, they'd have to be in a consistent situation of constantly breathing in his mist. But that's also the thing too, that like they'd breathe in his mist, the situation would happen, and then they get kind of hazy, and then they come out of it and they don't really know what happened. So like their memory gets really hazy. But the problem with Sumu is he's basically like the second king because he's the leader of the religious council. So the council and the crown have to work together to run the government. Um, and that's why I also wrote believes he is the law, because he does. He legitimately believes that he is the law and that he is the highest person in the land, and gives no fucks about the crown and believes they serve a purpose. And he consistently uses his mist to manipulate the shit out of the king constantly. So there's that. He's terrible. He's fucking horrible. And no, this is one of those things that like when they posted it on Tumblr, I just replied with that gif of like taking the sunglasses off in awe and just stared at it for a while, because this is fire as fuck, dude. And I love the like crackle breaking effect in the background. Dude, that's so fucking fire. I also just love this like wind going on. Yeah, I love this. We're gonna leave this up because the next one is also Sumu, which I was not expecting. Like I said, I wasn't expecting for him to get hit twice. And bam, here he was. Anyways, and this is what killed me. All the colors gleaming in brightness of a cold man that believes he rules them all. And I was like, damn, some lore got read. This is fucking gorgeous. Absolutely. Like the lighting, his face, the way everything is glowing. I love what you did with the necklace. I love that it is against a black background, because that actually has more lore than I bothered to explain. I love how you drew his eyes, and I love how blue they are. And just ugh, it's so pretty. This is he's kind of too pretty. Like he's pretty, but he's evil as fuck. And I just this one I've stared at for a hot second because it's one of my favorites for the whole season. like, this was one of my all of my favorites that really came back because, well, you should praise him for his hunting skills, obviously. Um, but yeah, this was one of my favorites from the season. It was just very unexpected because he is such a piece of shit as a character, and I also have not expressed any kind of real feelings about Sumu. He's one of my characters that's there, but I don't talk about him a lot because I haven't really dove into my villains. Um, the problem with Sumu too is he's one of those characters where he believes everything he's doing is for the good of the kingdom. It is for the good of Mysterica. Um, so he's that kind of scary villain that it's like he's not just doing it to do it. He's not just doing it to be a bastard or doing it for any like fame or money or power. No, he legitimately believes that what he's doing is for the good and good of the kingdom and that nobody else can see the evil that he can. So he's like that kind of crazy. Yeah, this was it's gorgeous. And it also, not that word, it also lives on the wall. Um, I just rearranged the damn wall. Where did it go? Um, there it is. It's right there. Um, then, oh yeah, cat. We got to cat. Um, cat met traditional for traditional because I gave them traditional, and I got all the cool people hang out by the piano. So it's the husbands, the boys, our music men, hanging out by the piano, and I can see this being a thing. I probably could write a whole scene around this of the boys just having some time hanging out. I love how orange Symphonia's hair is. I love how you put the details in on his vest. Um, and I love how fluffy their hair is. I do. I love how fluffy their hair is. I love how you did their horns, and I love how you outlined them in white. I love how you drew the piano, and I love just their interaction of them just hanging out, chilling, talking. Um, and I appreciate the colored pencil. Um, yes, the cool people do hang out by the piano and talk. Um, dude, drawing instruments is a thing. You just kind of like have to dive in and do it. Um, yeah, this is very it's good. Yes, it's fantastic. Um, I also got very excited about getting traditional because I was doing traditional and I had a lot of reservations around it because sometimes I feel like my traditional isn't as worth, quote unquote, I'm making air quotes with my hands, not that you can see that, worth as much as my digital. That's like again one of those intrusive thoughts that I know is logically bullshit, but my brain tells it to be anyways, and I go, we both know this is wrong, and my brain goes, we're gonna feel like this anyways. Um, so like to get traditional back, I was like met traditional for with traditional, that's fantastic. And that means that like I don't know, for me, traditional has this like special fuzzy feeling because that means this physically exists somewhere. This exists on a piece of paper. You drew my characters on a piece of paper. Like that's the special fuzzy feeling for me. Um no, I love this. And I love how orange and blue you did their eyes. You also nailed their um colors pretty damn close in traditional. And I'm also going to point out um thank you for making sure that Sinfonia's shirt and his hair are not the same color because they aren't. Um I've had to explain that to people many times that his hair and his shirt are not the same color. So I appreciate that. Um, this is fantastic. It's super cool. Um, oh, then we got to this one. This one is oh, hold on. where things exist on the wall. Um, the one that we're on is right there on the wall, and the one that we just talked about is right there. Um, this is from Sincerely Note. This is Vodavesi. Um, I one like one of Note's signature things that's like I talk about artist signatures a lot in like my live streams and stuff about um hold on in my compliment streams. Um this is Vodavesi. She is also a dance teacher. Um but one of Note's little like artist signature things that she always does is she always puts hearts in the eyes, and I always just thought that that was cute as fuck. She's also drawn Sinfonia for me. And I I always love the way she draws eyes. I love the way she draws faces. The way she draws noses is also a very her thing. Like, I don't think I've seen anybody do a nose the way she does. It's just part of her artist signature. Okay, that means more coffee time and I take a break. That's what we're doing. We're pausing, breathing, drinking some coffee, trying to not make the asthma flare. We're doing pretty good for, I think I talked for 3 hours yesterday. For the August compliment stream. You're getting hit with ads pretty long this time. Um, that's what I just said. I was like, you're getting hit with ads long this time. But yeah, I love the pose that she's drawn in. I love her bracelets. Like I said, I love the way Note draws faces. I love the way her horns got drawn, and I love the texture that got put on them. Like, hold on, see this texture that got put on the horns? I think that's really pretty. Um, I love the way all of the ruffles got drawn in all her clothing because Vodavesi has a lot of ruffling in her clothes. Um, I just love how like bright and full of energy she is. So no, like it's her, it's there, it's her. I was like, yes, Vodavesi. And I got very excited to see her. So thank you for drawing her for me. Um, now we're to this one. Um, this I'm so thank you. Um, the way I got so excited. Uh, Vodavesi is one of my few happy characters, but she does eventually get slammed with trauma. Um, but yeah, the Symphonia, my baby, my beloved. Um, and the fact that he is like doing his profession, the fact that he is teaching, oh, music, perfection, fantastic. You also got the details on the inside of his vest, on the tail of his vest, and I was very excited that like I don't think you missed a goddamn detail. I really don't think you missed one. His rings, his tie clip, his necklace, you got the details on the inside. Like you even made sure that his horns were not the same height, that they were like barely not the same height. Um, please, yes, Symphonia teaching. Absolutely, just magnificent. So I'm very excited to see him in a teaching environment, being the teacher that he is. Now, the thing I say about your art every single freaking time, and I told you last night, I'm gonna say it till the day I die. This watercolor this watercolor texture, you sneak into every single one of your pictures somehow. Again, magnificent. You're also the only person I've ever had draw Symphonia teaching, and I really appreciate that. Um, I just him doing his job because he loves teaching so much. Like this, he teaches the Eldest Prince, and Uzma doesn't give two fucks about music, but damn, does that man try his best. He tries so hard to teach this kid who just does not fucking care. Um, so like, he loves teaching so much. So this made me so happy to see him like doing his job. So I really appreciate you for this. And that one is right there. Right there on the wall. Oh, this. I think I lost my mind about this for a fucking week. The way I lost my shit. Okay, so this one is the only piece that has ever been drawn of my VTuber. This is the only one that's ever been done of my model. So when I saw it, one of the first things I thought was, I've made it as a VTuber, someone drew my model. Um, but what got me was the compliments written down the bullets. Lost my fucking mind. I did. I had to post it. I had to, like, give props to this. But they said they drew this while they were listening to July's compliment stream. And they drew this while they were listening to the VOD of July's compliment stream. So they wrote compliments down the bullets, and they wrote on it, here's what Carol Ulrich is getting ready to do once a month. And I love doing the compliment stream for you guys. I really, really do. And if you guys thought I wasn't gonna, I was gonna go the whole art fight season, and see, I did. I went feral in your fucking comments. I did it on every piece. If you guys thought you were just gonna get away with me, going feral in your comments and I wasn't gonna compliment shit with my voice, you thought wrong. So, like I said, I did get very excited because this is the only piece that's been drawn of my VTuber, and I was like, holy shit, I've made it as a VTuber. Someone drew my VTuber. But yeah, no, I've been grinning about this since the 10th of July. Yeah, this is fantastic. It's beautiful. Get fucking loved on, guys. That's what this makes me feel like. Get fucking loved on. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's immaculate. It's a masterpiece. I can't say thanks enough for this one. Oh, this. Okay, so this is also the only piece I've ever got of this character, and I think I lost my goddamn mind. So this got thrown at me. And I about lost it. This is the only piece I have that anybody has ever drawn of Tyvis. No, hold on, let me show you Tyvis. This is Tyvis. Tyvis is the head of the military. Tyvis is also my only character that has mastered every single version there is of elemental spells of mist, which is very hard to do, mind you. He is best at water and ice, however. But yeah, this is Tyvis. This is the king's bodyguard. And he is, he's a beast. Like, we affectionately refer to him as Sky Grandpa, because his name means blue sky. His name means blue skies. Synonym Tyvis is his name. So, yeah, this came through and I just went like, "Holy fucking shit!" And I sat there for a minute and I just kind of stared and I was like, "Wait a minute. Did I get Tyvis? Holy shit, I got Tyvis!" I love this man. He is one of my favorite characters to fucking write. He Tyvis is tired. I'm like, how do I describe Tyvis? Tired. Um, hold on, I have Tyvis at war pictures. Tyvis. Tyvis is that character that is like chill and quiet and like calculating and he's super fucking nice. But when it comes time to like end a goddamn battle because his men need or whatever, like he has to intervene, he will wipe the battlefield himself. Um, Tyvis is a beast. And I love how the uniform got drawn. I am dead over how Thunderwave got drawn. That's his blade. That's his sword. I am dead over how Thunderwave got drawn. I adore how his hair got done. The one eye and it's still glowing. When their eyes glow, that's something called soul tapping. Hey, welcome. That's Mystericans when their eyes glow, that's something called soul tapping, and it means they're legitimately tapping into the power of their soul, so their eyes glow the color of their soul. And that means like they can boost powers but for an extended period of time because they're legitimately drawing power out of their soul to do it. So like it's not a thing they can do for forever. I've written a whole fucking post about soul tapping in the Discord. Um yeah, no, this is beast. This is it's beautiful. I love his horns. I love his hair. I love the one eye. I love that he's soul tapping. I love that he's being the fucking like walking fucking weapon that he is. Like, Tyvis is such a beast. I could go on forever about Tyvis. Can you tell I'm a big fan? He's on the favorites list. Tyvis is my baby, and I was super, super stoked to get that. Oh, cool. Talk about Bestie again. Bestie made me a bracelet. This is the first time I have gotten an attack like this in the whole of Artfight. And I think these attacks are so fucking cool. Let me show you the reference, because this is based on Orinko. This is based on the king. This is Orinko. This is who the bracelet is based on. So this is Orinko. And then this is the bracelet that's based on Orinko. His name means sun. His full name means Scarlet Sun. That's why there's a sun pendant. And yeah, no, it's gorgeous. I love the glass beads. I love the pendant. I can't wait to get this in the mail and wear it all the fucking time, just not at work. Cause I don't want to get it hurt. Those of you that have been here for a while know I'm custodial, so I don't want to wear it while custodial, but I will wear it all the time otherwise. I have so much shit I need to mail for you too, but I'm waiting for you to move into your new apartment. Yeah, this is so fucking cool. I've never gotten an attack like this. I felt very honored to get an attack like this. I think it's fucking nifty as shit. I love creative attacks like this. I know. I figured you're quiet because you're packing. I know. I saw your little checklist on Discord, so I was like, you're doing what you gotta do. But yeah, no, this is cool as fuck. I think this is fantastic. I think you should do more of these. Do character based things like this. I think you should do more. I think they're fucking awesome. So yeah, I appreciate you. I can't wait to get it in the mail and wear it all the damn time. Cause that's what I'm gonna do. And then we got more Symphonia. Of course, I'm excited. Dude, you guys could hit me with Symphonia and only Symphonia all season long, and I don't think I'd get upset. I think I'd just be like, fuck yeah, 2 cakes. Oh yeah, there's actually like a running joke about that. Hold on. Yeah, he has a treble clef on his let me show you the reference of this man and the reference of his counterpart. Because I actually hid a little joke on him and his counterpart. Um, this is Sinfonia's reference. There is a treble clef on his tie. He plays violin. Um, this is his husband. I hid the symbol that is kind of like a bass clef on the pattern on his vest. He plays cello. But yes, more Symphonia. How can I be mad? I never can be mad. It's the boy. I can't give you guys how much this man excites my brain. I love. You'll never believe this, guys. Hey, dude, I'm so proud of you that you got. Dude, really? You're way ahead of schedule getting everything packed. That's fucking awesome. That's badass. That's a bad. See, oh, you can hear me. I'm actually clapping for you, legitimately. I'm not just sending you a clapping emoji on Discord. Like, I legitimately am clapping and proud of you. That's you're way ahead of schedule. Well, yeah, obviously don't pack the stuff you're gonna need before the moving day. But no, dude, I'm so proud of you. No, you're not interrupting. You deserve celebration. Fuck yeah. Packing is stressful. I've moved me and my ex-husband multiple times, and I did it alone every time. It's stressful as fuck. So no, celebrate that shit. You know I'm all about celebrating the wins, big or small. Exactly, too. I know that well too. I know how your ADHD is. And if sometimes it decides you don't do shit, that means you don't do shit. But no, I love the background color. It makes him pop. I love how his horns are done. I love how fluffy his hair is. I love the expression on his face. I love that you kept his pupils long and tall as they're supposed to be. And I love how you did the treble clef on his tie. He's just like so content and happy, and I just love how you drew him. You shaded him so nice too, and I love how you did all of the patterns on his vest. So I was always excited for more of my boy. Um, oh, I have words for this one. Oh wait, hold on. We're playing the game. We gotta truly play the game. He is right there. He's right there. Now I have to show you 2 references. I've shown you Symphonia, but we have to talk about Leopard. This is one of Theo's characters. We have to talk about Tulta, the boy. Yeah, Jasmith's work is something fucking else. But we gotta talk about Tulta now because this is one of Theo's characters. Okay, I pause. I'll finish a drink. You know, if you need help with things, we can teach you. This piece made me, dude. No, me too. I was just like, ah, it's them. Like I need more of them. I need more of them. Okay. I need so much more of them. But no, I gotta talk about both of them. We have Symphonia's reference. but this is Tulta. Since he is holding Moonshard in the picture, that's his glaive. This is Tulta with his weapon. Um, so yeah, this is Tulta's weapon, Moonshard. Um, so, and Symphonia is also playing an electric violin. So the reason I need more Symphonia and Tulta together, Theo and I both do. Both of us will please like beg you for more Symphonia and Tulta, is because this is a godfather and godson. The Symphonia is basically Tulta's kid. Like, not by blood, but basically. Close to fuck enough. So I also need Shoki and Tulta. I will get on my knees and fucking beg you guys. Please give us Shoki and Tulta. Let me... It's on either one of their pages. It doesn't fucking matter. Sir, where are you? This is the one that's on my favorites list that I don't have anything for yet. This is Citruna Shoki. This is Sinfonia's father by birth. This is his blood father. This is Tulta's best friend. They've been friends since they were like little babies in school. And they were both in the war together. Shoki was Tulta's commanding officer, so yeah, you have your best friend from childhood become your commanding officer. You can imagine how that went. They still gave each other hell, like, fucking constantly. But Shoki asked Tulta, if anything happens to me, please take care of my family, please take care of my son. And Shoki got killed in the war when Sinfonia was 3. So Tulta just kind of slid in and took over. So that's why I said close a fuck enough. Because he's been there since he was born, but he just kind of went from being like uncle to godfather. So he is one of Sinfonia's legal guardians. But I also need more of them because within the space of Maserican society, there's this concept called soul binding, and it means Mystericans mix their myths together, aka it's legitimately their breath, but legitimately their soul, and they mix their myths together to soul bind. They're literally binding their souls to each other. And Mystericans can do it. Mystericans can bind their souls to royal Mystericans to be in service of that royal. Symphonia is royal by blood. Symphonia is royal by blood. The previous queen is Shoki's little sister. So his aunt is the previous queen. Like I said, the current sitting king is by blood his cousin, but they were raised side by side, so they think of each other as brothers. So further into the plot, after a whole bunch of shit happens, and a whole bunch of shit finally hitting the fan, and Symphonia almost getting murdered for the second time, Tulta finally can get through their fucking heads that Symphonia needs what they affectionately refer to as a prime. And it would be a prime to a royal is their bodyguard / their caretaker. And normally a royal gets a prime when they're very, very young. And the prime, they're called a prime because they're the first Mysterican to bind their soul to that royal. So, like, Tyvis is Ulrinko's prime. And Sparkle Dad, Revon, is Pilvi's prime. And eventually it takes to like Symphonia's in his fucking 40s for Tulta to get it through their heads, and he binds to Symphonia. So he's also Symphonia's prime. Um, so that's why in that picture, that's why in this picture his hair doesn't have tipped color and he's not wearing a necklace, but in this one he does have a tip on his hair and he's wearing a necklace because that necklace was created by their mists mixing, and his hair tipped because his hair is the tipped in the color that is created when that orange and that purple mix together. And that tipped part of his hair is telling the world around him that he's a prime. Tyvis's hair is tipped. Revon's hair is tipped. That's why I have certain ones where it says hair plus tips. That's his hair plus tips. So yeah, they're the Godfather and the son. But on the concept of the work, like, dude, I already freaked the fuck out about this on Discord, and like, I freaked the fuck out about this in the comments. But like, the texture, holy shit. Dude, Bestie and I have been writing this for like 4 years together, and I've been writing parts of it for 6. Yeah, we've both been behind the lore in this for like a long ass fucking time. We've built like multiple societies. But like the texture in this is fucking, we gotta really zoom in on this one. Like this one, look at this texture. Look at how painted it looks. I love, I'm so proud of you. I love, like, and that's the thing, even this is so just detailed. And I love the reflections. I still haven't got over the reflections. And majestic is a word. I love how Moonshard got drawn. I love that it's an electric violin. I love, after I did a lore drop on Discord, the second necklace got drawn in because even I haven't been unlazy enough to put that in the damn reference. One day I'll draw him with his actual necklace, but I haven't done it yet. I love how vibrant Tulta's hair is. I love how the uniform got drawn. I like, also just, and Theo will agree with me when I say this, also just let Tulta have a day where the man has a damn break. Like, seriously, just let Tulta have a chill fucking day with his kid. Like, nothing goes wrong, nothing is weird, nothing goes to shit, no medical emergencies, nobody fucking needs anything. Like, holy shit. Tulta has been dealing with the horrors for so goddamn long. Just let him have a fucking chill ass day with his kid. So like this just, it's so pretty. I've stared at this one and stared at this one and stared at this one. It's mag-fucking-nificent. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I can't get over the texture in your work. The reflections, man. The reflections slay me. I also love that it's just this, like, glassy sky texture, and it fits them living on sky islands so fucking well. It's beautiful. Yeah. And again, tackling the instruments. It's so pretty. I also love the like subtle wind that's going on. It's so pretty. So thank you for drawing them. Um, we are, oh, where did this one? Side note, I also want to make a slight nod to the fact with this one and this one, um, the thumbnail border that's on them, I made, and I knew Theo was going to use mine for comedy because I made them for him, but I put all 3 teens up for people to use, so when I saw that people were using them, I got very excited. Oh, I got very excited that people were using them. But we got Orinko, we got the Sun King. I also like that when you posted this on Discord, all you wrote was praise the sun, and I was like, you're right. And I know what you're making a reference to with Dark Souls, but yes, praise the sun indeed. And yes, my Sun King, my beloved. I love how you drew him. I love how you drew his crown. I love how you did his horns, his hair. I love how you did the pose. I love that you can tell that all the other rings are there. It made me happy that I took the time to fucking do that. Hold on, I'll show you what I mean. Um, this is Orinko, but on his reference, I drew out hands for where all his rings are. Because for all these rings represent all of the Mystericans that have bound their souls to him. Because they all wear a ring and he wears a matching ring. That's how the bind works. That both sides wear a gem created of those two mists mixing. So those are all the people that have bound to him. Yeah, I love the throne he's in. I love the gradient behind him. I love his expression. He's so happy. And he is. He's such a happy man. Like, Ulrinko is that guy that truly loves his kingdom. And, like, if you set foot in his palace and he finds you, he will bear hug you off the ground. It's just something that's going to happen. It's a natural part of life. Just accept it. So, like, chef's kiss. No, absolutely not. He's the one that Asumu is consistently manipulating. Um, absolutely not. He's the one that is that Sumu is consistently manipulating, and both his mother and father died when he was a kid. And he got handed the throne when he was still a child, and they basically told him that while they were still in active wartime, and he was a child, and they went, well, you're all that's left. You have to take over. Um, um, so, but he is hailed as the most beloved king in the history of Mysterica because he brought the ceasefire to the war. He finished his father's work and he managed to forge the ceasefire. Um, so yeah, no, sorry. We still have trauma. We still have trauma and depression. But no, I love how you did this. And he lives on the wall. I know right where he is. Right there. Big bro next to little bro. Um, And then we're back with more of Artemis's work because she kept coming after me. And I got 3 hairstyles from Koito. I was very excited. That when I did do my one stream that I explained the whole hairstyles dictate Koito's mood, she definitely listened, and I got 3 hairstyles for Koito. This was the second time he's ever been attacked, and I got very excited. I love my beastie man. I love him so much. He's one of my funnest characters to write. I love how the 3 hairstyles got drawn. I thank you also for rating it correctly, that you did rate him 3 times. Get those points, bestie. And I love how you did him. I also love that all of you have heeded my, like, in bold part of my permissions, and that you haven't taken the chokers off because that is a huge thing in their culture. This is their identification. That's how they ID each other. So I was very happy to see that. Now, oh, this one I was very excited. Now we have them again, the boys. I was so happy to see them singing because we get music, but singing is rare. Like, I love watching them do their instruments too. That's super cool. And instruments are a thing to tackle. Like, I would know since I also draw them with their instruments. And if you guys have seen, almost everyone here, I assume, has seen me do instruments. So, like, I go fucking hard on them. Instruments are a fucking thing. Singing is something I always say they can do, but I don't draw it very much. I think I've only drawn Symphonia singing once, and I just put it up at the end of Art Fight. Um, So I got very excited for them to sing. I'm also just in my brain imagining a duet between the two of them, and it would be beautiful. I love their expressions. I love how just like excited Symphonia looks. He's so happy to be singing with Silu. Um, I love how their horns got drawn. I love how how fluffy their hair is. Um, I love how all the details got put in on their vests, and I love how Silu's necklaces got drawn. I also was just really stoked about how the microphones got drawn. Because, like, I don't know if you guys, yeah, it kind of looks black over there. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can really hardcore see it, but all of the detail on the mic is actually there. And like, see the soft stitch line on the collar is there. Um, I also applaud you for getting the details on Silu's shirt, the extra line, because that gets missed quite often. So like I just they look so happy, and I love how you drew their noses. There's so much detail in it, and I'm just very, very excited to see them. You did a wonderful job with this, and I love it. And hold on, we're playing the game. It is right there. It lives on the wall. Um, Now, oh, this one. This one's actually really cool. They did an attack thumbnail of Chibi Revan, and then they did him in like true detail, and I thought that was like extra fucking cool. That then we got this, and like, damn, this is fucking sick as fuck. I love how the uniform got drawn, and I love that spear. I love the lighting. Emerald Storm, his spear looks so fucking sick. I love how his horns got drawn. I love the detailing that got put through them. This perspective is cool as fuck. And I love the detail. The lighting in this is just fucking fire. I love the shine on the blade and all the crystals. And I love the green is still there in the mist bottles. This is fire. This is sick as fuck, and I sat there and stared at it for a hot second. I also love that this is how you said hello. That like we followed each other on Blue Sky and just haven't really interacted, and I love hi Moot. This is how you said hello. What a way to say hello. Hi back. Thank you very much. I know I've said it a couple times. And I know that I like went feral in the comments because that's just what I do. But what a way to say hello. It made me grin. Talking about all of these, I wish you guys could truly see like the grin on my face. It makes me so happy. This is fantastic. And this one lives on the wall right there. Um then we got this one, which was my second traditional piece of Moon Mama. This is a Ku, Lady Ku. This is the queen. This is Arinko's wife. Um, so firstly, I love traditional. I said it once, I'll say it again. I love traditional. Traditional is so fucking pretty. I also just, like I said, I was doing traditional this season, and I was nervous about it because of the intrusive thoughts thing. Um, and I just love traditional. No, no, you're fine. Like, dude, no. Admittedly, yes, props to traditional artists, because that's the thing. I did both all season, but doing traditional scratched a different part of my brain than doing digital does. Because, like, to quote Theo, because it's lived in my brain rent free since he said it, um, it gives me the scritchy scritchy. That's the noise that he used to describe what it feels like to put a pencil on papers, the scritchy scritchy. And like I don't get the scritchy scritchy feeling with digital, but I get it when I use in pen and paper, and pencil. Um, so that definitely was a satisfying thing in my brain. I love your art style, and I love the hatching. I love that you used your eraser to do the highlighting, and I love how you drew her face. Um, I love how you drew her hair, and I love how you drew her horns. I love how you used the eraser to make the shine in her horns. Um, you made her hair feel so like fluffy and light and flowy. Um, and I love. I also I compliment this stuff all the time, but I love your little like hand done um watermark, and I love your handwriting. It's very pretty. Um, yeah, I also just really love how you draw eyes. Like she's very much looking at you off the page. Um, she's very very pretty, and I don't know. There's also that special part of it being traditional that I can see the little tiny smudge marks around the page, and that just that's an extra thing that just makes my brain happy. There's just something about it that just makes my brain happy. We'll leave Koo up because the next one's Koo. Um, and then she is right there on the wall. We're leaving Koo up because the next one's Koo. And then I got this one of Koo, and I kind of just sat there and went, "Holy fuck!" Cause damn, she pretty. Yeah, Koo, Koo. And I love that I see purple, I draw purple, and I'm like, yeah, she purple. I love how you drew her. I love how the line weight of your work. I also just love your art style in the first place. This was a revenge against me. I drew for them too. I just think their art style is very pretty. Um, and I like the motion in her hair and also in her pose. And I love the way you draw hands. I really like the way you draw faces too. Um, and I like the hatching in the shading. She's just so pretty, and I like the subtle highlights in her hair, and I love the way you drew her crown and her horns. She's just you drew her very very pretty. And this one lives on the wall right there. Um and then I got two on the very last day of art fight and was not fucking expecting that shit. We got Sparkle Dad, which I'm always excited about. Uh, and I love how you use the black outlining. Um, and I love all of the sparkles and the like pastel rainbow background. No, I don't think I showed you the last two. Um, and I like the this was a revenge against me. Um, and I like how you did the uniform. I love how you did his face. I love how you did his eyes and his hair. And I love how you drew his spear. You did Emerald Storm really, really well. And all the sparkles and everything. He's really super cute. And I love how you drew him. You like slid it right at the last day. And I think I remember on the last day, I loaded the page when I got home from work, not expecting to see anything, but just wondering if people had commented on the stuff that I had posted. And then I saw that I'd been attacked twice, and I was like, what the hell? And I was very excited. And then you, who's been here the whole time, were my very last attack. We have a few more to talk about because they are in my character included in ones. But you snuck this in on me on the very last day, and you picked the bastard. um, Dude, I get it. I get it. I had like a drop off, and like, there's been a couple art fights that I've done where I just kind of like fell off. Um, I kind of like I said he got attacked 3 times this season, and I was like, damn, Sumu again of all fucking people. I was not expecting to have to get him multiple times. And I love how you did him, and I love that you have that like subtle glow behind his eyes, and I love how you put his hair kind of down, and I love how you put the mist in. Dude, no, you slid it in like just in time. It's like you slide it. It's like those baseball players slide into the base to get to home before they get hit. That's what you did. Um, you jumped and you slid to home and you waited to hear that safe. Right at the end of the game, it was all right. Dude, no. You did an excellent job on this. Like I said, again, it was this game all month of who's it gonna be, and then it was Sumu again, and I was like, holy shit. I love that you did do the gradient on his horns. Um, and dude, all skill levels are welcome here. All skill levels are welcome here. Um, and you've been talking about how everyone's so damn talented this whole time, like you're not talented, like you need to knock that shit off. Um, you're also talented. Um, you even put in all the detail on the little wrap on the side of his hair, which eventually I'll bring up why that's there. But that day is not today. That's serious level lore. Um, and yeah, no, you didn't even miss a damn detail. Like you got every single detail, dude. Um, and you got you got his entire palette right. You got all the details. You didn't miss anything. I love how you did the hair where it's coming down and kind of splaying out behind him. Like you're really acknowledging the fact this man has a lot of hair. You did an excellent job on this, and I really like how you included the mist. That was a nice touch. And he also lives on the wall. Um, he lives on the wall right there. And that means if it's on the wall, it's in the slideshow. So he's right there. And I admittedly put him next to Suksu because they're both terrible people. They're both horrible. Um, and now I have a few more to talk about. Because they are here. Because we got this one. From Norpa, and see, and that's the thing, the one you picked was the only one that's up because the other two weren't done. I created Sumu forever ago, but then Kupari and Kulta I just submitted recently because I finally got them done. But then we got this, and I love the looks on their faces. I love how determined Symphonia looks, and I love how their horns are drawn. I love how like sparkly and pretty they are. Their hair is so soft and shiny and fluffy. Um, and I love how the tails of their vests got drawn and the details got put in on the tails of their vests. I love how the details are put in on their vests in general. I really love the pose, and I love the detail that got put in on Symphonia's rings and Silu's necklaces and all of the jewelry, because jewelry has lore. There isn't anything about them that doesn't have lore. It's all lore. Everything is lore. And like, hold on. You can't see Silu's because they would be tucked behind his hair because he has earrings. But that ring is a ring that Symphonia was given by Orinko, his brother. And then that ring is the ring that Silu gave Symphonia as their bonding gem. So this is kind of like his engagement ring. And the engagement ring, quote unquote, for Silu would be a little earring that is in the shape of a citrine orange a music note. Yeah, this is cute as fuck. I think this is adorable. And I love Norpa's art style so fucking much. It's so pretty. Okay. And then we need this. This got snuck in on, you do this to me every year. This got snuck in on the 31st of July. Symphonia is a blushy man. You'll notice that in almost all the pictures I do of Symphonia and Seilu together being like a couple, Symphonia blushes fucking constantly. And one of Symphonia's quirks is that when he blushes, the top tips of his ears blush too. I love how their horns got drawn. I love how fluffy their hair is. I love Symphonia just blushing. He is so shy. I love him so much. I love this heart that got made behind them. And again, I said, you did it to me again. But you do this to me every year. Last year, Mew snuck in a picture of Orinko and Ku on the very, let's talk about that, because I need to talk about, like, art progression here, because holy shit. Last year, it was, no, we need defenses. Last year, it was Orinko and Ku, and then this year, it was Seilu and Symphonia. Last year, I got this on the end of Art Fight. And then this was this year. See how much growth has happened? I also love that about just hanging out with you guys and being on Discord and being in Art Fight in general. I love seeing this growth in everybody's art. I love watching people grow. Like, look at the growth that fucking happened. This pose is so fucking cute. It's adorable. I love Symphonia just being so shy and blushing, and their hair is so fluffy and yeah, right? Both and both of them. Yeah, right? Like, look at this. Look at this fucking growth. We went from this, which is still fucking adorable and beautiful, and I still went fucking feral, and I was like, fuck yeah, my king and queen, hell yeah. Mind you, my king and queen's names literally translate to sun and moon. So the sun fell in love with the moon, you're welcome. That happened here too, I'm gonna explain that in a minute. And then we got Seilu and Symphonia, and their names translate to soul and symphony. So the soul is married, the soul of the music is married to the symphony. You're welcome. But no, beautiful, adorable. I love it. Fantastic. And this one did also get stuck to the wall. This one is right there. That's where it is. It's right there. Got stuck to the wall right there. And then the mass attack that Jasmine just snuck in on like the last fucking day. And whoa, this mass attack. I do need to zoom in because it was for a Rinko that it's supposed to be a hot people session, and I submitted a Rinko. Look at how happy my fucking king is. Look at how fucking happy he is. Yes, I got both the brothers for Art Fight. Fuck yeah. And also just this goddamn texture, man. I can't get over Jazz's fucking texture. Like the texture and the way the clouds always look like layered paint, and like to also do, I've never had the patience for a fucking mass attack. Like, I applaud anyone who can do a mass attack, but to like this fucking scale, holy shit, my guy. This is so many characters and it's cool as fuck. So like props to you for this because damn. So I think that's all of them. Oh wait, no, I have one more to do. It's not on the wall yet because it came like a couple days ago and I haven't done it yet. I haven't stuck it up there yet. Hold on. But I did stick it in the thing. I did have someone kind of revenge me. or they said I didn't get to you, but I will next year type dealio. That was Sidon from last year. And I got another Sparkle Dad. So I was very excited. I love the way you draw faces. Like, holy shit, my guy. I know you wrote the I'll get you better next year, but I think this is pretty damn good. I think this is pretty exciting too. And like, I love the way you drew his face. I also love the way you drew his horns, but I love the like light little color you put in there. I love the way you drew his hair too. Okay, we'll pause. I think I'm almost done talking about everybody for Art Fight anyways. We'll drink water. You're okay. If you need to go to bed, you can go to bed. I post the VOD when I'm done. So the VOD will be on my page after I get off. I always post the VOD when it's over. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube and Twitch. You can always just come back and watch the VOD. If you need to go to bed, that's cool. I'm never offended if people need to get off. The VOD will be there, my friend, I promise. As Lemon is stuck in ads again. The ads have been coming for Lemon today. It would be you, but you escaped that hell because you got mad and subscribed. Dude, no, I get it. I can't drink 5-hour energies because I will like lock onto whatever is a soft surface and be out for 5 hours. You should give him his cat. If you're gonna bring out Pocket Shark, you should bring out Pocket Cat. Okay. So yeah, I love this little bus shot. I'm happy that you liked the drawing that I did for you because it was very out of my comfort zone, as I normally don't draw anamorphic. I can't say that word. I don't like draw animal characters very often. And I tried because I thought she was cool. I thought she was cool, so I tried. I'll try. Maybe I'll try again next year and see if I get any better. But yeah, no, this was a fun surprise that I'm gonna admit actually hit me in the um, um, middle of my depression. So that definitely brought me up a little bit. So I appreciate you for that. So there's that. So now, also, since I am on the blue skies, let's talk about July. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I host a monthly palette every month, and I also keep a record of all the art that people have submitted to it, and then I talk about them on live stream. Okay, go to bed. Good night. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you, but please sleep. And I run a monthly palette every month, and it is open to the whole of the Blue Sky community, and I go through and I keep a record of everything that people have posted, and then I talk about them on live stream. I normally talk about them with the monthly compliment streams, but the last 2 months I forgot cause depression. Sorry. So I will talk about July's. So I should have talked about July's yesterday, but instead I talked about June because I forgot to talk about June and July because I was stressed out. Sorry. July was a complicated time. So yeah, this was July's palette. And then this is the thread I keep of the stuff that everybody's posted. When you go through the threads that are on my pin post, click the actual post and comment on it. Don't comment on my quotes. Please go give the original artist the likes and comments and love. Thank you. So this is the first one that we got. And we got participated in another palette. These are fun to do. Went with Bunny and Nova, they're OCs from my Bunny and Crystals of Light. Oh, you did them last month too. Used Overlay Multiply and Add for this. Their bios are in the alt. This is Bunny, a teenager who lives on planet Nature. He's kind and adventurous and curious, that loves to redraw and cook. He's only one of his kind and is capable of speaking. Nova is a helpful creature who was made by the White Crystal of Light. After escaping despair, she somehow gets lost in planet Nature and comes across Bunny, hoping he can help her get back home before despair destroys everything. So this is the picture. You always have this, like, you did lineless this time, and I appreciate that. I like how you did lineless this time. I like how you did the full scene this time. Sometimes you just do a character and a background, and I still think your backgrounds are really fucking cool. But I like how you used these to make a full scene. I like how you did the colors of the sky in strips. And I like how you did the trees and the bushes in the background, like, almost in silhouette form. That's actually a really cool thing. And I like the texture that you put over it. It almost looks like layered paper, like that layered paper art, in like the best possible way. That's really cool. So I really like how you did this. This is very cool, very interesting. I think this is like the second time you're giving me stuff from this OC realm. So give me more of it. I'm interested. I like, yeah, this strips that you did. It looks like layered paper. That's fucking awesome. And then, sorry I've been weaker in my monthly pieces lately. You have? I haven't noticed. I'm not doing as good as I was. Yes, you are. Though I really like this. I'd want to do a full scene. I want to do a full scene again, but after I regain my energy. Dude, didn't you have like a broken arm? I think you're fine. This time I wanted to focus more on their faces and closeness. I needed it. They make me so happy. I very vividly remember you telling me you did one of these with a broken arm, so, like, you're doing fine, my friend. You don't need to push it. It's okay. And I love how you used the colors to create the background, but you did it so subtly. And I love how you used the textures for, like, what the light would be reflecting onto them. And I love how you draw faces. I really can feel the closeness in this one, and I really like that. I also love how you're like, weaker in my pieces, and I didn't do July or June, and I friggin' forgot. So, like, dude, we're fine. I also love how you always use the colors and you never alter them. I don't think there's anything wrong with altering them because obviously I do it, but I love that that's one of, like, the artist quirks about you doing palette memes is you always use the colors purely and you never alter them and you always do it in such a cool fucking way. I also just love the way you draw faces. I really like the way you draw noses too. Yeah, no, this isn't, I know, weak. No, it's not. You're fine. This is great work, dude. Did you? Were you not there last month? I took a month break from the color themes. I feel better to continue them now. For this piece, I drew another dragon because I wanted to, and I miss drawing dragons, so I will draw more for each color theme. Go for it! Give me the dragons! Liar, my rain plus ice wing hybrid OC, who's hovering in air. Oh, that's fucking cool. Dude, and besides, you draw dragons so damn well. I really like how you use the colors in this. I like how you did that. We need to zoom in. I want to see that bigger. Yeah, I love how you drew that eye. I love how you used the yellow to, like, reflect over the blue. I love how you did the gradient. Dude, no, you draw dragons so damn well. If you want to give me dragons, dude. I'm not gonna complain. Um, no, you packed so much detail into this. This is actually a really fucking cool ass dragon. I love how you did the horns and just, I can't draw dragons. I have no skill in that aspect. So I am always like hats off to the people that can. Um, this is so fucking cool, dude. This is badass. Oh, you just took the palette out. That's different. Okay. No, this is badass as fuck. If you miss drawing dragons, draw me more dragons. Okay. Finally rounded out my Lawman 1958 trio in these palette challenges. Art is of Dan Troop from the show Lawman. He is standing with his hands on his hips, looking at something off screen with a stern expression. Background is mountains and cactuses. I love the way you draw men. Like, you draw men and male faces and male bodies so well. Like, I see you draw a lot of men. I love how you use the colors in this, and I love how you layered them. I love that you used yellow for the sky. It makes everything feel really warm. And I love how you put the... Why did my brain just decide to go, you don't have words anymore? How you put the folds into the shirt. And I love how you did the sheriff's badge on his shirt. I also just love how you draw hats. You're really good at drawing hats. I love the stance and the pose. And you're also really good, I think I said it yesterday, that you're really good at drawing facial hair. What do we got? Saw the blue, saw the green, and instantly thought E.T. and Stitch costume swap. Actually, an idea I've had for a while, ever since my Hermie and Legolas costume swap. Pleasantly surprised at how nice E.T. looks in Stitch's Elvis costume. You always do a really good job at, oh, you're taking me to a whole nother website. I just want to see it big. Okay, thanks. You always really do a really good job at matching the palette in, traditional. And this is a really fun idea. I wouldn't have thought to do this, but this is a really fun idea, and I like how you drew it. E.T. does look good in the Elvis costume, you're correct. And I like how you did the background and the trees. I like how you did the water, and how you singled out all the colors to create the scene. I like how you did that. What do we got? My OC, Milachi on a cloudy day. If I'm killing your guys' names, you gotta tell me. I love how you use the colors in this. You always use the colors and you turn them into something that is so soft. I love the way you paint. And I love the way you draw bodies. I love your backgrounds. This up here, the way you did the light in the clouds and then like reflecting off the clouds, that is so fucking cool. I love the way you draw hair, and I really love the way you draw like faces and noses. You always have a lot of expression in your bodies, and I love the way you draw texture. Like I said, you always take the colors and then you make them like this really kind of like soft, pastel-y, painterly thing going on, and it's just, I see your work and I instantaneously know it's yours. Every time I go searching through stuff, I go, oh yeah, and I know exactly that it's yours when I see it, and I love seeing it. I love that you have come into the palettes and I get to see what you do with them every month. And I see, like, I love how you did the light just here, just barely hitting. And I love that, like, you did the dark for the shadows coming in and the light barely hitting and the light barely hitting. It's such a nice little textured touch, and it's so nice. I like that so much. Ah, you did one again. You gave me a neon bunny. Hey, Kira and chat, please make sure you're staying hydrated. Hold on, I will drink water. Taking your meds and stop shrimping and maybe do a few stretches. You're always here to take care of me. You heard it. Stop shrimping. If you're leaning over, don't do it. And if you need to take your meds, take your meds. And if you need to drink something, stop and drink something. Drink water. Wish I'd had more time to do a full illustration with the color palette, but this little guy ended up looking really cute, so I'm not even mad. Dude, he's adorable. Yellow bunny design inspired by somewhat circus theme. Bright color, bright comic aesthetics. Dude, no, I think this bunny's cute as shit. I love the star pattern on the fur. I can definitely see the circus theme. I love the star in the eye, and I love the star on the back of the ears. I love that the back of the ears are green, and that the fur is divided in colors. I love the bright yellow line art. No, I love how you used the colors in this. Like, you used them in a way that almost makes them pop and glow. And I love that we just went one from, like, it's really, like, subdued and pastel, and now we're to, like, glowing and bright. And I love that you guys have that range with the palette. I love, like I always say, like, same tools, different answer, all correct. I love seeing how you guys do it so differently. This is cute as shit. I'm so happy to see that you did one again. This is, thank you. Thank you for doing one again. I'm very happy to see your art again. This is really, really cute. I really like that rabbit. This would be a really cute plushie. You're back with Kirby. You thought I was going to skip the palette challenge, but it was me, Sword Kirby. No, I didn't. I was hoping you wouldn't. I normally don't work with green shades, or even chartreuse for that matter, so this kind of took a bit to figure out. Maybe you should use green more, because you did a really good job at it. I love that sword slash. You're also, like, top tier at drawing Kirby. You did that, screen toning thing again, and I love the screen toning. I love that when you shade with screen tone. I love how you drew Kirby, and I love that you used the yellow to make that shine. That's a really good sword too. For never playing Kirby, I do know what sword Kirby's supposed to look like, and you always do such, like, a dead-on job. I like the checkerboard print in the background and how you used it. This is really, really cool. And that swipe works really well as leading lines to the sword that drag you down to Kirby. It's a nice visual loop that drags your eyes to look at Kirby. That's really cool. This was going to be something else more complicated, but I might end up doing it as a standalone thing. Okay, hold on. So we'll pause and drink some water. I'm almost done with July, I think. And then I think we're almost done. It took longer than I thought it was going to, but you guys went crazy about our fight. So we're gonna pause and hydrate. Damn, it's coming for you with ads, man. It's fucking coming for you. Okay. This was going to be something else more complicated, but I might end up doing it as a standalone thing, so I ended up doing something that didn't require me drawing an OC or anything. I blended and overlaid the colors a lot for this one. Yeah, you guys don't have to draw an OC, you just gotta draw a character. And right now, the cow is the character. And that cow is having a bad fucking day. Before I, like, legitimately talk about the art, I do need to say this is giving me Majora's Mask flashbacks. Oh, and if you've played Majora's Mask, you know what I mean. This is definitely giving me Zelda flashbacks. Um, I got really fucking good at that part of the game when I was a kid because I lost it so many fucking times. Um, Side note, because I know Theo hasn't played Majora's Mask, there is legitimately a part of Majora's Mask where you have to camp out overnight and help one of the girls at the ranch to stop aliens from abducting their cows. Like it's legitimately a thing that you have to like go through the whole night as like a tower defense, taking out aliens with your bow one after another, because if they reach the barn, they'll abduct your cows. And I'm definitely getting Majora's Mask flashbacks. I say is that's like one of my top 3 favorite Zelda games. But no, firstly, that is an excellently drawn cow. I also love how you overlaid the colors. I love that you got them to be that kind of like dark, it's nighttime feel, and then you got the like tractor beam that's pulling the cow up to be so bright and glowing. I love how you use the colors in this. I think you did a really badass job. I think this is one of my favorite things you've done, actually. I don't know why, it just scratches my brain just right. I love how you use the colors in this. I think you did a fantastic job. I can't honestly get over how bright you got those colors versus what they actually are. Um it's also like an excellently drawn little spaceship, and I love how you used texture to create the enough feeling that your brain is going, those are trees. This is like your brain just fills in the rest. You don't need a lot. And I like how you did the stars, and I like how you did the moon, and I like that you didn't make the moon glow too much that it would take away from the brightness of that tractor beam. That poor cow's having such a bad day. I'm sorry, baby Link didn't save you. Um, I there will be no Lon Lon milk today. It's definitely given me Majora's Mask flashbacks, though I played that part of the game so many fucking times. No, this is great, dude. I think it's fantastic. Um, I'm the cow. Okay. Major gods, sun and moon, no one's taking them from you, jeez. Um, 2 celestial figures hold each other. The shorter one is colored in purple and blue and has feathers with multiple hands sprouting from the layers. The taller one is colored in yellows and green and has a look close to a chow chow while holding over a tall lamp that emits a purple haze. Dude, no, this is fucking cool. You use the colors so different than everybody else, and I think that's really badass. Um, that's really cool. I like the texture that you put in to the sun and these characters that you created. This is like a really powerful face, and I really like how you did it. I also like that neither one of them really have any depth in their eyes. It's just kind of like there. Um, like you always make some like really kind of cool looking characters, and you always have some like really cool textures going on. All those hands that you drew too, those are also really cool hands. Um, I don't know why I like the hands that are green so much, but I really do. And I like all the jewelry too. Um, Getting beamed up to go somewhere. Yes, you are getting beamed up to go somewhere better. Fashionably late. I think you put this up on August 1st. Um, you're saying fashionably late, and I even forgot to fucking do July. Fashionably late by virtue of smashing my head against the wall for a month, trying to come up with something, and art fight won my rare lineless stuff. I hope it's legible. It's a crocodile. It's legible. I can see it. You good? You good? Um, yeah, and matched, come on, you matched those colors in colored pencil pretty damn close. A night scene of the head of a green crocodile peeking out of the water. Oh, that was smart as fuck. Showing its yellow eye and green pupil in the dark blue sky. There are fireflies shining. Just the green nose, that's smart as fuck. You did all of this in dark blue because you did it underwater. I follow. Um, and no, dude, I like that. I like that a lot. You matched those colors pretty damn fucking close too, and I like that was smart. I like this one. That's smart. I like how you use those colors. That you used them to make the color differentiation between water and underwater. Um, that's smart. Um, I like that sly little smile you did too. Um, no, I like that. I like how you didn't get completely close to the fireflies so that there's that lightness that kind of makes them glow. That's really cool. You weren't fashionably late. That's fine. I do think you put this up on the first though. You did. Yeah, at 8:40 in the morning, you were fine. Um, you were fine. I was gonna say, I thought you put that up on the first. You're fine. You got in before I talked about him, so it's okay. You are fine. Okay, so that is everything. That is art fight. That is the palettes. I think I'm officially caught up. This is where we are on the boy, by the way. I should say that I have been too goddamn lazy to get my tablet out, so everything that's shaded on him I did with my mouse today. Um, so I've been kind of operating off my mouse and just shading him a little at a time while I talked with Theo and no, you're good. Um, and I have loved my mouse a lot lately, but I was gonna say, but I think that's it for tonight. It's a little earlier than I intended, but it's all right. I think that's it for the night, and I'll be back next week. I'm not. You can have kitty time because you can talk to him. How about that? You can have kitty talking time. Um, because I'm not in the mood really to draw. I don't know why. My brain doesn't want to. Um, and yeah, I love everything you guys did for me for Art Fight. I appreciate all of you. Here's to next year. No one's fucking safe. And I will see how many characters I have up by the time next year hits. I've already put up 3 more. Um, yeah, I appreciate you guys. You're fucking awesome. I will be back next week, and I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll go from there. I'll figure it out. So, thanks, guys.